You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the Epic Racing Association 2025 Ironman Fall Nationals. Fun little series where they alternate between 3 cars on 3 different tracks. They have done a pretty fair job of keeping it pretty interesting all season. Seen several winners. We've seen a lot of great racing action. The dirt, the big challenge for these guys. Big challenge. Some of the drivers have acclimated to it pretty well. Others, well, they're still working on it, but we think they'll get there by the time we get ready for heat races and the big feature this evening. Good evening, Jane and Bill. Hello, Paula. We are a little torn at the moment. We are torn about the Sunday Night Truck Series. We really would like to air that show. However, there is a major scoring glitch just after halfway that messes up the running order for the most part and a little bit of the finishing order in it, and it makes it difficult for us to want to put a product that we know is flawed out. So we are torn about that Phoenix race right now. We're trying to make a decision. It'd be Thursday before we did it anyway, but still on the fence about if we can do it and in our head to keep it accurate long enough to get through the show and not try to confuse you guys or ourselves. Or iRacing had a moment. Did not help the Sunday boys out at all, so we don't know. We know we got this one here tonight, and then tomorrow night we'll be over the Midwest Truck guys. Their All-Star event. Going to shake things up a little bit. They are going to be in the Xfinity cars. They're going to step up a notch and do some Xfinity stuff, it looks like, for their All-Star race. But we'll be over there tomorrow night to cover that for them. I think it's at Charlotte. You know what? Don't get me to lying. I don't remember. I'm sure I can look. Yeah, it's at Charlotte Motor Speedway tomorrow night. We had a 10th car, but that 10th car showed up with major electronics problems tonight. He couldn't log all the way into the server. He could get part way, and then he would drop. Really weird. Not exactly sure what was going on. He's trying to get that figured out and fixed so he can race again, but he has run out of time. He's under 2 minutes if he's going to try to make it back into the night server. No matter, we'll do it with 9. It's a 40-lap feature, a couple of heat races. Still going to be a fun one regardless. We're going to do it again tomorrow night for sure, but we're going to tell you guys tonight to please be safe for your Thanksgiving. Go eat all that turkey and get into that tryptophan coma Thursday evening. We will not be here at all next week. Nothing until December 1. After tomorrow night, that is. And I don't even know. What is the date tomorrow? The 19th, 20th? Tomorrow, it will be the 19th, yeah. So, you'll miss us for about 10, 11 days. And I know that you'll miss us. Everyone misses us when we're not here. Sometimes I miss me when I'm here. Uh-oh, folks, I'm going to say it. They got it fixed, whatever it was. He got it fixed. The jack wagon made it into the house. I don't know what he had to do, but the jack wagon on the racetrack, he was having problems. Looks like that is solved. So the limousine and the jack wagon are in the house. I don't see the jack leg tonight, though. I don't know where he's at. Either way, practice is over. We're going to throw a couple of heat races together, put the boys out here. It's going to look a lot like this. It'll be Brian Day in the 90, Matt Eddy the 88, front row. I think that's the same, too. Starting on front row last week in the first heat. Jeff Wordham in the 81, Jonathan Day in the 80. And then the old limousine himself sitting back there in the back of this first heat race in 64, Adam Vinny. Couple of quick pace laps. Next time down in turn 3, we'll lose the pace truck, and the guys will be ready to get started there. Middle of turns 3 and 4. Eight laps. This will determine how they line up on the inside row for tonight's feature. Hold them up, hold them down. Green flag coming out. Oh, Matt Eddy with a little stumble getting up through the gearbox. Jeff Werdeman going to peek inside. Adam Vinny already past Jonathan Day. Now he's working past Matt Eddy. He'll make it 3 wide into 1 and 2. Contact all around. Werdeman to the point. Vinny rolled out to avoid the contact with the 90 of Brian Day right there, and he lost a couple of positions. He's right back at it on the bottom. Tippy taps, a little bumpity bump, a little brush of the fence. Vinny will end up still picking up a spot. Oh, the Day boys going around Brian and Jonathan. Brian going to get away from it. Jonathan is not. He's going to have to drive it away after he backed it into the fence. But Jeff Werdeman out in front, driving away. Matt Eddy holding off Adam Vinny here at the halfway point. I think Matt Eddy's got it figured out. If you can keep it up about 2 lanes down from the wall, you can keep her wound up pretty good. There's a lot of momentum to be had right there. 2 to go. Werdeman 1.6 out in front. This is the best battle right here. They're going to be side by side, headed up the backstretch. That time, Matt Eddy drug a little fence with him coming out of turn 2. Vinny's moved it up just a little bit. He about a half a car width up. Werdeman's going to win the heat. Who's coming home second? That's what we're looking for. Looks like Adam Vinny's going to be the one. He's going to have the advantage out of 4. He'll get second. Eddy in third. Then Brian Day, Jonathan Day behind that. All the scuffs and the pushed-in bumper on that 80 car, that looks like every bang banger I've ever seen in my life. All right, let's look at Heat 2. This is what we're going to see. Josh Westendorf, the 92 car on the pole. And a little number 2 Jack Wagon, the 43 of Reed Rundle on the outside. John Brenner, the 46 inside row 2, next to the 1 of Justin Day. And then our good buddy Pete Dillon, all the way out back. Got the Adam Vinny treatment in heat number 1. We are hoping Reed Rundle did not have another problem in a fallout here. He got in the server, and it looks like he may have fallen out again. Well, that's going to frustrate that man to no end. He fought and fought trying to get in here. Got in here, made some laps, and then poof. Out he goes again. So, we'll run him off with 4 here. Maybe he can get back and make the feature. He'll start deep in it. Maybe he can make it back. Green flag in the air. Heat 2 underway. Everybody out of shape. We're going to trade some paint. We're going to bend some sheet metal. We're going to go back row to front row to back row. How about that? Pete Dillon from worst to first. Brunner's right there. Oh, he's going to give him a shot in that left rear corner. Here's the melee. This is the, oh, they're all going to save it. We are, well, maybe not. Maybe we're not going to save it. All right, they're going to get him righted. We're going to stay green, but Pete Dillon escaped all the carnage, and he is absolutely gone. 4.5 seconds out in front. Justin Day off that back row as well. He will run in second, and he's got a pretty healthy gap, about 4 seconds, over Josh Westendorf, who's got a problem. 92 car, slow up the backstretch. I think it came out of gear. I don't know, Justin Day headed to the pit as well. Something wrong with the one car. So Pete Dillon, and Dillon is catching Westendorf. We could see a lap car in a heat race. This second heat got wild and woolly quick. There was a lot of trading of paint, a lot of bending of metal. And there might be a whole lot of steam under a couple of those headgear running around out there right now. But it's going to be white flag time right here out of 4. It's going to be the 7 of Pete Dillon who sees it first. And he is going to slide right by the 92 of Westendorf. Westendorf a lap down in the heat race. So Dillon's going to win it. He'll start outside the front row. And John Brunner got a long ways to go, but he's going to come home second in this deal. Westendorf rolls in third. Then Day, and if Rundle can make it back, he'll start outside that 5th row. I may hope he makes it back. So we're going to jump right to it. We are going to get in here. We're going to get after our 40-lap feature. Jeff Werdeman and Pete Dillon are our front row. Adam Vinny, John Brunner in row 2. Matt Eddy and Josh Westendorf in row 3. Brian Day, Justin Day in row 4. And then Jonathan Day and Reed Rundle scheduled to start in that 5th row. I think Reed is still having a problem. We have feature EOLs coming for the 90 car and for the 46. So you'll see both of those drivers drop to the tail. Everybody else will shuffle back into spots. Won't change the front row one bit. Won't change the second. Yeah, it does. It changes Westendorf up there to second. Right next to Adam Vinny. But Eddie will move forward a spot. And then the 90 and 46 will tag the field single file back there. But it is going to be time for green flag on the feature here tonight at Limaland Motorsports Park. And we're underway.
Green, green, green.
Side by side through 1 and out of 2. Pete Dillon figured it out a little bit in that feature. He is probably going to stay about 3 lanes off the bottom and keep that thing wound up. I think we're going to see Adam Vinny and Jeff Werdeman probably slide up to that line. Werdeman slipped out of 2 just a little bit and opened the door for Vinny to go underneath and go right by him. I know Matt Eddy learned a lot in his heat race about running a little higher line and keeping that momentum up. Oh, contact between the 88 and the 81. We're going to get caution for the first time. Well, we know exactly where it happened. We can go right here. And just the car got a little out of shape. And that tap. And Werdeman. And I don't know if Werdeman's car is super hurt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he may have to take that thing and try to get him to reconfigure the front end. Right front is really askew. He's having a hard time driving. I think he's got some broken suspension parts. Yeah, right front wheel is just wobbling around like the entire spindle is broken. We'll see what they can do with it. Maybe they get him back out there. Maybe they do not. I think Matt Eddy is going to probably take a tap out on that. Doesn't matter. We're going to double them up because I think we're going back green quickly here. Right back to it.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Once again on the speedway. Pete Dillon to the inside. Adam Vinny now has that high side, that momentum line, and I think he'll be able to make that work, and he's probably going to steal this lead. It's close at the line, but Vinny led the lap. Pete Dillon showing a little dirt. Oh, spinning at the back. Brian Day turned around. I think he's going to get it right, and we're going to stay green. They are side by side at the front. No clear advantage for the 64 or the 7. They are dead even. Now the 64 is going to eke ahead. That's a little bit of a wiggle out of the 7 car, and it's going to cost Pete Dillon the lead. But Adam Vinny now on to the point. Justin Day up to third. Matt Eddy's trying to fight him. He's stuck on the inside right there. Now he's not. Now he gets completely clear as both drivers have a little bit of an issue exiting turn number 2. Brunner, Westendorf, then Jonathan Day and Brian Day. Jeff Werdeman's car done for the evening. Top 2 have broken away by over 2 seconds for the rest of the field. Matt Eddy still third. He has moved the car up to that line he was running in the heat race. Lap times very comparable to the 2 in front. Justin Day still fourth. John Brunner, then Jonathan Day, Westendorf, and Brian Day. They're getting lapped. Brian Day getting low. Contact between the 64 and 7 coming out of turn number 2. Around goes Vinny. A little tight when he went back to the gas in the 7 car, and it pushed that right front corner into the left rear corner of the 64. Pete Dillon driving to the rear of the field. That's going to put Matt Eddy out front. Dillon will join Vinny at the back of this thing. Wave around car was the 90 of Brian Day. He'll get his lap back. He'll be back on the lead lap here in moments. Right there, they're going to wave him by. They're going to get doubled up, ready to go green. Pace truck will get out of the way. Caution's extended. One more hairy lap. Kind of a late signal there to wave that car around. And I think that is what is going to bind us up and have us extending the caution. Now the pace truck back in. Everybody's close enough.
Green, green, green.
And a green flag back in the air. Brian Day is still a little ways back from the field, but it'll be okay. He'll be able to catch up. Focus right here in the middle because it's turning into a hornet's nest. They are fender to fender, door to door, wheel to wheel. Brunner on the high side in the 46 to 64 of Vinny, trying to get by him, working the bottom. And he'll do it. Puts himself all the way up to third already. Pete Dillon having a little more of a struggle getting past the car side by side in front of him. That car just not turning early. Car into the fence was the 80. Well, now it's Matt Eddy and Adam Vinny. Vinny is not quite clear of Day yet. Justin Day in the one car. Holding tough. Trying to use that momentum up top to keep Vinny in on the bottom and keep his exit line pinned off a little bit. A lot of laps remaining here. Dave's got a good line around, and he has got enough momentum. Still side by side. Adam Vinny trying to eke ahead, but Day keeps getting all that run off the exit of the corner. These two are staying side by side. It's a good race for second and third right here. Justin Day's got a little bit of dirt chops on him. This time, Vinny hard through the center of the corner, and he is going to get the line away from Justin Day right there. So Vinny up to second. Day is third. John Brunner hanging tough in fourth right now. Pete Dillon has made it to fifth, but he is a good 4 seconds off of the leader. Has not recovered through the field like Adam Vinny after their dust up a little while ago. It's still Eddie out front. We're 15 to go. Justin Day still third. John Brunner has not closed much on him. Pete Dillon has inched in on the 46 car here. Josh Westendorf still in sixth, in Jonathan Day and Brian Day. And Brian Day is just a little bit ahead, about one straightaway ahead of our leaders. Going to be a battle about the last 6 laps. If it stays the way it is right now, it's just Vinny ever so slightly quicker. I mean, not even a half a tenth, but he's going to get there eventually, and then it'll be a battle. 10 to go, and the gap is going to be a half second. The lap car coming up may play a role in this. Down to 0.3 of a second. Going to be 8 to go when we come out of turn number 4. And he's there now. It is 1 car length. They were bumper to bumper. Now they're door to door. Eddie is trying to keep the momentum up in that 88 car. This time, Vinny almost had it. And he may get it right here. He goes up the hill. If he shuts the door, he didn't get it shut, but I think he's far enough ahead that coming out of turns 3 and 4, he should be able to be clear of the 88, and he is with 6 to go. Pete Dillon got around Brunner. Now he is around Justin Day, but not for Day is just going to scrap on that top side. 5 to go, wave lap that time by. Vinny Eddie, Dillon by a nose. Now Pete Dillon clear by a car length. 4 to go for your leaders. Leaders in lap traffic. Both get around Brian Day. 3 to go. Dillon still in third. Going to be 2 to go up front. Adam Vinny out in front by 0.4 of a second. Opened up the gap pretty good right there out of 4. White flag this time by. It's been a quick one tonight, folks. 0.8 of a second. It's going to be almost a full second time we get around here to these checkered flags. Limaland for ERA in the books, and it goes to the 64 of Adam Vinny. Matt Eddie second. Pete Dillon in that third spot. Then John Brunner and Justin Day for 5. Westendorf in 6th. Brian Day and Jonathan Day 7 and 8. And Jeff Waterman Reed Rundle scored 9-10. Well, we'll have the pole in the way, unfortunately. Not a good angle, but we'll make it work. There's a waiting room. Here's a waiting room. And where'd he go? There he is. There's a waiting room driver. All right, let's get ready to run through our interviews. And we'll get the driver of the 7 car, Pete Dillon. You there, buddy?
I'm here.
Tough battle up front, little contact. You got to go to the back, and the recovery wasn't quite as good as the initial part of the race.
Yeah, didn't mean to get into Vinny. The lap car there was kind of hounding me in the back, and I was looking back behind me, and by the time I already made contact with him, it was too late. So we had to start all over.
Still a third place finish, and you had to pass a bunch of cars to get there, and it seemed like it was harder to pass them the second time than it was the first.
Yeah, I got boxed in for a little bit, and that let Vinny get away from me. So I did the best I could to get where I got. We'll take a third. It was my mistake that put us back there to begin with. So, we rallied back to third. That was pretty good.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight.
I'd like to thank my fiance, Paula, for continuing to let me do this. Behind Me Lines Paintball for being on the car. They're no longer in business, but it's old retro car. My daughter, Chloe, she just had a baby. So congratulations to her. And thank you for being up in the booth as always, and Jeff for continuing to give us a place to race.
All right, man. Congrats, Grandpa, and good run tonight. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that is Pete Dillon. He finishes in the third tonight, and now he led a lot of it. And then he got run down, and the old jalopy sitting out there still pretty strong. Coming home in second, Matt Eddy. not a horrible night.
No, not a horrible night. I made myself look like a halfway decent dirt racer there.
Yeah, it looked like you figured something out in the heat race about staying up about mid-track and being able to keep the momentum up in those little bang-bangers.
Yeah. I got a decent feel for this track at least. Did decent. I kind of got gifted the lead there when Pete and Adam got together, and I tried to hang on to it, but Adam's just too quick.
Yeah, it looked like you might have a chance in a couple of slips off of the exit of especially turn 2, kind of where the demise ended up letting him get by you pretty quick there.
Yeah, I had one bad slip off too and got in the wall, and yeah, that cost me a bunch of time. If I hadn't done that, I might have held off till the end.
What an awesome run, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here.
Just got to thank all the guys for coming out. It's always a good bunch to race with. Got to thank Jeff and Josh for the extra stuff they do to make it happen. Bummer that Reed couldn't race. He was having connection issues, I know. And I'm sorry about whatever happened with me and Jeff there right at the get-go. I know it ended up taking him out. And that's a bummer. But look for you in a couple weeks, I think. We'll be back.
All right, man. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks for chatting with us, and maybe one position better when we come back.
Hopefully.
That's Bad Eddie, folks. He finishes in the second spot, and now we'll grab the driver. Couldn't do it right the first time. He had to go all the way to the back and start over, but he gets the job done anyway. Nothing like doing stuff twice, Adam Vinny.
Yeah, I'd say it was fun, but I'd be lying.
Oh, dirt is a lot of fun.
No, just doing it twice.
Oh, well. Yeah, you got to pass more cars than anybody on the racetrack.
Yeah, it was scary. I just picked a hole and. Ooh.
Well, the first incident, you're coming off the corner. I think Mr. Jones said he looked to see where the car around him was, and by the time he realized he got in your left rear corner, apparently no damage on the 64 from that.
No, I didn't. It didn't feel like any damage. My crew chief didn't tell me that there was any damage, so car must have been all good. I might have pinched him on one of the laps, and I apologize. I don't like doing that. I like giving room, but these cars are just all over the place, so it happens. No problem.
Well, an awesome run, man. You're going to pick up the win here tonight. You got some shout-outs and some thank yous for us?
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Roger, and the Dirt Racing Network, Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support with BAM, Port Charlotte Lawn Care, my mom and dad who's been watching, and my girlfriend, my kids, and my heart still goes out to the Bojanic family. Still thinking about him and all of them. Yeah, Paul Bojanic passed away suddenly, and yeah, just thoughts and prayers, and it still weighs heavily on my heart, and feels good to get this win, and dedicate this one to him also.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. I will see you in a funky situation tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yes, it will.
Any practice, so we'll see what happens.
It's definitely going to be exciting to see all you guys take a step up into the next level of car at such a big racetrack.
Bumpy racetrack too.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough one, and hopefully it will be a whole lot better than Martinsville.
Yeah, our hands will be full, so y'all be sure to tune in tomorrow night into the Dirt Racing Network right here. We're going to be in the Xfinity car, so at Charlotte, running an all-star race. Going to be nuts.
All right, man. Congrats again. I will see you tomorrow night.
All right, appreciate it, Roger.
Adam Vinny picking up another win here at ERA. This time on the dirt. In the little four-cylinder bang-bangers. They're cute little cars. I will admit they are just cute little cars. A Fox Body Mustang is always a cute little car. I'm not a huge fan. They're the next thing to a mud turtle. They're almost a street stock. They just don't have any power. So I love watching these guys when they do this stuff, and when it looks good like it did tonight. Everybody was pretty much minding their P's and Q's, a couple of weird things. But, you take a bunch of pavement racers and you throw them on dirt. A lot of weird stuff can happen. And tonight a lot of weird stuff did happen. So I give them credit. They gave it a rip. Put on a pretty fun show. They'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back tomorrow night. Midwest Truck Series, they are taking their All-Star show, bringing it up to the Xfinity car, the next step up from the trucks. They're going to go to Charlotte. They're going to do 3 stages, a 45, a 45, and a 10. Be sure you tune in. I think we're still playing the Beards Constant games, so we'll do that. I don't know what else we're going to have. Sometimes they throw things on me when I get there. But that'll be about an 8:30 Central show tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in for that. Say hi in the chat. Shout out your favorite driver. Let's just have some fun. It's an all-star event after all. Want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw once again here tonight, there is nothing to cover. So high fives, pats on the back to everybody for that. Until we see you again, peace and love to everybody.